There we go. Da-da-da-da-da-da. And welcome if you guys are joining us. You're, of course, joining myself and NSeeker707. How are you, Seeker?
I'm great, thanks. And yourself?
All good, all good. Now, Seeker, I need you to say something interesting because I need to ask the guys on the stream if everything is nice and audible and video is good and audio is good and neither me or you are echoing or anything like that. So entertain us with something interesting.
Well, I can say hello to the three people I see in the chat. It's Tiandre, Philip van Rensburg, and Leif van der Merwe. So if you guys can hear me echoing, please let us know so we can move mountains.
Yes, move mountains, that is what it's good. But apparently, everything sounds good. So there we go.
Good.
Yay! So we've got
And
Douglas
Douglas
here.
is asking on the chat, what is this exactly?
No,
So
no hate, just
Douglas,
curious.
yeah. So this is the rewards show or awards show for the season 4 of Battlefield 5 that we just had. So we had the finals and we've had some voting from the teams. So yeah, this is where we reveal all the winners.
Yes, there we go. And it's of course tradition, right? So at the end of every
Mhm.
season, we have the reward show to, call out the teams that deserve it, right? The guys who won the
Whoop,
divisions.
whoop.
There's some awards that the community, well, the playing community votes for. And there's of course some awards that we're going to give out tonight and that sort of thing, right? But before we
Yeah.
get to the awards, I think I want to start tonight's show by first of all thanking two very special people. Seeker, ne?
Yes. Oh, am I supposed to say it?
Yes, you go.
All right. So to our league masters, which is Homegirl, or better known as Rocks to a lot of you, and Chaos Artist, who I just see has joined us in the chat as well. Thank you so much for all the help and all of the support and making sure the team's um, fixtures are submitted in time and that their score reporting is done on time and all of that kind of stuff. We wouldn't be able to do what we do without you guys. And from the bottom of our hearts, and I think from the bottom of the hearts of the teams taking part as well, thank you for your commitment and thank you for all the effort.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, of course, in itself, that is an award. So,
Hmm.
effectively, our first award tonight goes to to Rocks, and of course, Chaos Artists. Right. So these are two great people that assist us in working with the teams and getting the fixtures done and all of that, as Seeker said. And definitely, we will not be able to entertain you guys the way we would like to if it wasn't for our league masters. So excellent work this season as always, and we really appreciate you guys a lot. Now, speaking about Rocks, before we get on to the actual awards, there's of course something that we would like to handle tonight. So earlier in the week, Rocks posted a post there on the Battlefield South Africa page, and it was in support of a specific member of her clan. And guys, we just pulled up the post there that Rocks put in the group, and we want to ask you guys to go and have a look at that. It is really a worthy cause. Of course, from the NPC side, we will be making our own donation towards this cause for Rocks as well. But I think it is a good call out, and as a community, if we can help, why not, right? And you can see the address is there. It's a Backer Buddy address, and it's to help Clint, right? And his whole story is there. I mean, we're not going to go through the story now, but guys, in support of this, and because we know a lot of people watch the reward show, please go and check out this post that Rocks did. I'm sure if you need more information on it, or you can't type the address very fast now, then you're more than welcome to contact Rocks as well, and she will help you in the right direction. Seeker,
Yep.
anything you want to
I've
add from your
also
side on this?
posted the link to the Back Buddy campaign in the chat now, so you guys can have a look at that. I will post it again at the end, just so at the end of the video, if you want to go have a look, you are more than welcome to click on that and go read the story. It's quite heart-wrenching.
Yes,
Uh,
yes.
Obviously we've done a lot of you know stuff on this and spoken to a few people. So I do want to say, like, one of the things we would like to do is ask the clans to actually, spread it amongst your clan, speak to everybody, see if you can get them to help, and challenge other clans to do the same. I know
Absolutely.
from Evil side we will be doing it as well. So yeah.
Yep, good cause, good cause. So there we go, guys. We just wanted to mention that before we get onto the award show, because it is an important thing in our community to also try and help wherever and whenever we can. So there we go. So Seeketh, 8 weeks. Ah, can you believe it's been 8 weeks?
Filled with the worst that the universe could throw at us. Yet here we are.
Yeah, it started off with the CCOM cables, right? And
Yes.
those broke, and the things didn't go quite according to plan. And then, of course, right when the cables were fixed, from around the corner came load shedding with a baseball bat, right? And
Yeah, load shedding was like,
I'm
nope.
telling you,
No,
and that hit us a bit hard as well. And then, of course, amidst all of the load shedding, we then encountered a corona problem, which didn't really affect our gamers, I must be honest though, right? I think most gamers were like, man, this looks like extra gaming time, right?
this is what I've been training for my whole life. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
And then of course there was also the update mid-season.
Oh,
that
yes.
Also with the load shedding combined with that, we ended up with a lot of guys not able to do the update and all of that. So yeah.
But amidst everything, the wheels didn't come off. In fact, I think we probably screwed on an additional wheel, and we made it happen, right? We made it happen right up until the end. Right up
And of
until the end.
course, we need to say thank you to the teams as well for really going out of their way to make sure that everything ran according to plan. We had to include extra weeks so that the guys could get their games done, but here we are. And, a little bit of griping and a little bit of moaning, but mostly from us.
Yes, yes.
But
And actually, now that you say that, it's actually not been 8 weeks. It was 8 weeks
It has been long.
It's been 8 weeks according to the planning, but because of everything that has happened and us adding extra weeks or having to add extra weeks for games to be played, we ended up on a 10-week cycle, right? So it's 10 weeks now since we started the tournament, and it's been a hell of a ride these last 10 weeks, right?
It has. And of course, we had to have an extra week on top of that as well for the Division 1 final, which was only played then last, and that was due to load shedding.
Yes,
So
yes.
fun times.
Absolutely, absolutely. But you know what? We actually managed to have a record season, and I'll tell you why. From season 1 to season 3, we've become accustomed to, in the beginning of the season, there's always a bunch of excited teams, and they all sign up and they register, and then sort of halfway through the season they lose some games and they get demotivated, or stuff happens and they drop out and this and that and whatever. And in this entire season, we have actually only had one team that dropped out from all the teams that started. So we started out with 16 teams. We lost only one team along the way, and we ended the season on 15 teams. Now, if you work that into a percentage, it is the smallest amount of teams to drop out so far in any season. So from season 1. Which, considering the amount of challenges that we had, is an exceptionally good thing, right? It's actually amazing.
Yeah.
So
well done to the teams for sticking it out, keeping their commitments, and running the marathon.
Yeah, so this is the point where I give us the award for least teams drop out.
Yes.
Amazing. Right. So, in saying that we had the 16 teams to start off, we lost one team along the way, and that left us with 15 teams. And of course, as you guys know, every season we award those teams who stick it out and who actually start and finish the season. Now, before I bring up the award for that, or the award that we give for that, as you guys know where these awards are, well, maybe you know, maybe you don't know. If you've been following us for quite a while, you will know. But these awards are actually updated on the team pages directly on the website, and that is on www.bfclanwars.net. If you go under the Battlefield section, you will find a link there that says Battlefield Teams, and if you click on that, you will see a list of teams that we have hosted in forever. So season 1, 2, 3, and 4, all the teams are there. And if you click on the team logo, you will then see the team's page. And this is where the awards get updated. So if you guys are also interested in looking at previous awards for season 1 to 3, you will also find those awards updated on the team pages. And of course, we're building the team CVs there. And this is where tonight's awards will also be shown, which I think is a nice thing, Seeker, right?
It is. It's great for guys, especially guys who want to join clans and they want to see, are they really participating in stuff? You can always go back and have a look at these clans and see, they've taken part in these seasons. They've, done extremely well. They stuck it out. They got special awards for things and that kind of stuff. So it's good. Ambassadorship, I guess,
Yes, yes, and of
for the
course
clan.
you can also track the team's the team's progression, right? On many of these teams, you can see
Yes.
them in season 1 in something like Division 4, and then here in season 4 you can see them playing up into maybe Division 2 or even Division 1. So you can also track
Yeah.
some team progression there as well. So yeah, that's what it's about. So, guys, that is where the awards will be updated. And of course, the first award that we are going to give out is exactly that. And that is the award for all teams to the end. Now, if you have a look at your screen there, you will see those are the 15 teams from the 16 that originally started that will receive this award. And the award is called To the End Season 4. And let's say chronologically, we have Rex, we have PDTS, we have Raw, GSE, the Monkeys, PDT, the 2 Dogs of War teams, DPS, the 2 CTK teams, we've got Dark, we've got the 2 4Q teams, and of course, last but not least, we have AOV. And those are the 15 teams, and they all received this award purely for starting and finishing the season. Now, this is important that we award these guys, right? Because the reality is that there are many teams out there that, as I said in the beginning, they start off all fiery and fierce, and then halfway through the season they sort of lose speed, right? Or they find something that they don't like and they sort of drop out of the season. So we feel it's very, very important to award the teams that see it through. It's not always easy, especially this season was not easy with the load shedding and the cables and the updates and this and that and whatever. So it's not easy for these teams always to see through an entire season. So guys, from our side, our appreciation and thank you very much for seeing out the season to these 15 teams. Seeker?
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, these kinds of teams are ones that we are very happy to assist. If they ask us questions, they ask us stuff like that, or if they are looking to, sort of get some sponsorship as well. I mean, if any team out there is looking for sponsorship and they would like us to write a motivational letter or anything like that, I mean, that's also something that we'll do. And of course, you can see from, the award as well. They stick it out to the end. No one wants to sponsor a team that drops out halfway through tournament.
Exactly. And guys, as I said just before we brought up this award, if you go back and you check on other seasons and you want to see if a team finishes every season that they are in, of course, that award will be there for every season, right? And there are teams, quite a number of them actually, that have the To The End award for season 1 right through to season 4. And in my view, personally, that's quite a nice achievement, right?
It is. It is. It shows the character of a team. Even new teams that take part. It's all good and well to start a new clan or start a new team, but if you fall apart halfway through and don't end up sort of keeping commitments in that, generally we see those kinds of clans not really last very long.
Exactly, exactly. So there we go, guys. The 15 teams on the screen there, those are the 15 teams that are receiving the To The End award for Season 4. And again, from our side, thank you very much, guys, for seeing out the season, and your award will be on your individual pages as well. Moving on then to the next award. So the next one for me is a little bit of a point, right? Because the people that are watching with us, maybe you know, maybe you don't know. Of course, we are also running a Call of Duty tournament at the moment. And maybe I think one of the first things that I want to say before I present this award is that after much consideration, we have made the decision not to do that again. So
Not that we're not going to do Call of Duty. We're just not going to run both tournaments at the same time.
we can't effectively, guys. I mean, to be honest, we only have so many resources, and again, we've got a lot of people that help. We've got the league masters and that sort of thing. But in terms of actually getting to really give attention to all things all the time is really impossible just with the amount of resources that we have. So one of the things, for example, that we realized is that if we run both at the same time, us as a stream team, myself and Seeker, we only have so much time to stream, right? And of course, we didn't get to as many of the Battlefield games as we wanted to. So partly out of that came the decision that we will not be running a Call of Duty and a Battlefield tournament again at the same time. So I know that there are people in the community that will be happy to hear that. And that will, of course, not be the case going forward. We did try it. We thought we could pull it off, but of course, our ambition was a little bit overstated, even for ourselves, right? Which hardly ever happens. I mean, nobody's ever told me that I have too little ambition. Now, in saying that whole mouthful, we did have people who did actually help us this season, and we of course always award people that stand out during the season for their streaming capabilities. And the same in season 4, we would like to present an award to a very special streamer who has managed to do quite a few streams, and actually quite a few good streams at that as well. And we are congratulating tonight Victor, and Victor is of course from MSM, from the Monkeys. I always So from
and of course, if you're wondering what the gamer tag is, it's VicSticks.
There we go. So Victor is VicSticks, and VicSticks receives tonight our dedicated Stream Team Award. And now, of course, because he belongs to the Monkeys, that is why you see the Monkeys logo there. Because of course we award this to a team and not to an individual. So well done there to Vic, earning his team the dedicated Stream Team Award. Now, Sika, you of course run the streamer group, so you know how busy streams can get.
I know.
And we've managed to pull quite a few new people on board for, let's say, the next few things that we are planning, yes?
Yeah, that's for sure. I mean, and one of the other points we have is that a lot of these guys take part in both COD and Battlefield, and what ends up happening is either we don't have enough streamers for Battlefield on a certain day, or we don't have enough streamers for Call of Duty on a certain day. So what we end up doing is trying very, very hard to pull as many people in. And also by now splitting them up and saying we're not running them at the same time, you guys will be able to see a lot more of the matches taking place.
There we go. So congratulations to Victor there. That's VicSticks earning the Monkeys that dedicated Stream Team Award. So I mean that's two nice awards to give out. And we're actually moving on now to the awards that are voted awards, right, Sika? So if you walk us through the voted awards, how does this happen? How do the guys vote? How do we decide? Well, we don't decide. How do the guys get the awards that get the following two?
So basically, at the end of each season, we go back to the team captains and we say to them, okay, here's what we need votes on. And we give a brief outline of the awards that we're giving out, and we give them an opportunity to say which team that they've dealt with actually deserves the award. The one of the two awards or both of the awards or whatever. So then obviously we tally up the votes and we award it.
Excellent. And the first award...
It's not much more that I could say about that.
Well, I think it's important that people know that there's a whole process behind it, right? Because you are, of course, running that process as well, and it's a lot of work. So I think it's important that people know that we just don't, we don't just give it out. We make an effort to also involve the teams that we're playing, right? To get to some of these awards. But the first one that we are giving out is actually called the Candor Award. Now, for those of you guys who have followed us through various seasons, you will already know, but for those who are new, what the hell is the Candor Award? So the Candor Award, guys, is actually a very, very nice award for a team to get. And this is an award that's given or voted for by all the participating teams, and it's voted towards a clan that has shown the best sportsmanship during the season, right? So generally, I'd like to refer this as the nice to it actually as the Nice Clan Award, right? And that
The good guys,
the Good Guys Award, right? And this is the clan that has shown good sportsmanship, good activity. It's very often a clan that is up for friendlies and to give advice and to help with settings and that sort of stuff. So generally speaking, a very nice clan to have around. And of course, this season,
and it's a clan. One second, it's a clan that actually gives and portrays the best community-centered values of clan.
wow, you have to read that again. That's beautiful.
It is a clan that best portrays the community-centered values of clan.
Look at that. I couldn't have said it. I should have just allowed you to read that in the beginning. So there we go, guys. And this season, the Candor Award goes to PDT. So that is the Predators. So well done there to the Predators. They were voted the Candor Award by the captains. And obviously, they have made a good impact and they have portrayed those community values. So well done to PDT on receiving the Candor Award for Season 4. Again, guys, if you have just joined us for the stream, thank you very much for joining. We really appreciate the support that you guys always show and give to us. If you're already subscribed to the channel, thank you for that. If you are not, please hit that subscribe button. Also hit the like button if you like the video, the subscribe button and the bell to get your notifications whenever we go online. It is really, really appreciated in terms of support. But what we are giving out right now is the Candor Award, and Sika, that is of course the award for the nice team. Read that sentence again, please. That was so well written.
I'm actually not reading it. I'm saying it from memory.
Really? Okay, well, say it from memory again.
Yes. So it's the clan that portrays, or best portrays, the community-centered values of clan
Oh
wars.
my word, well done, PDT. That's even more impressive now after that sentence.
Well done to PDT.
Right.
Well deserved.
So that is the first award or voted award, guys, and that of course voted for by the captains or the participating captains. And then the next award is also voted for by the participating captains. And this award, maybe I should give you an opportunity to read your sentence first, because then I don't have to come up with something. Right. So either read it or call it out from memory.
All right, no problem. So the next award then is the Cunning Award, and it's an award that is given to a team that shows the best strategies during the season, whether it's adaptivity, whether it's amazing strategies, or whether they always seem to outmaneuver any opponent. The team is awarded the Cunning Award for being always one step ahead of the competition.
Wow. Well, what more do I say? That is beautiful. Right. Guys,
That one I read.
So in layman terms, the Cunning Award is presented to a team that has shown the best strategy throughout the season. That is in layman's terms. Sika has a much, much nicer description, but that is a layman's terms description. And why this award is so cool for me is that, again, it's a voted award by the captains. Is that your team really has to stand out as a team that actually has some strats. Otherwise, the captains don't vote for you, right? And the captains did vote, and the Cunning Award for Season 4 goes to Rex. So, well done to Rex there, who receive the Cunning Award for Season 4. And I think why this is special for me is that, of course, Rex is a brand new team, right? So it's the first time that these guys have joined Clan Wars, and to receive any kind of award in your first season is actually, it's not really the norm. But receiving the Cunning Award for Season 4 then is Rex, and that's of course for pretty much being the team with the best strategies, right? So exceptionally well done. Very, very well done there to Rex. Sika, but you mind reading your little sentence again, just so the guys know exactly what it's for?
Right, so whether they show adaptivity, amazing strategies, or always seem to outmaneuver any opponent, the team who is awarded the Cunning Award is always one step ahead of the
Look at that. Yeah, yeah. You see, I should just not talk. I should just allow you to read the cool award stuff. That's amazing.
my English varsity is coming in handy here.
Like it. So well done there to Rex. They received the Cunning Award for season 4. Now, the next award, I mean, for me, this is a really big one, and I always look out for teams throughout the season to get this award. And to be honest, there's not many teams that do get it at the end. And in fact, this season, there is only one team that gets it, right? And that is the Untamed Award. Now, I know you don't have a write-up for the Untamed Award, so I will give it, right? So, guys, the Untamed Award is given to a team that has not lost a single map. Now, the important thing here is that it is during the league playoffs, right? So it does not include the finals. And the reason for that is we track this on the league tables during the season. And by the time that we get to the finals, of course, then the league tables stop. So based on the league tables as they are, which teams have not lost a single map, and there is only one team that actually did that this season, and the Untamed Award goes then to AOV. So
Very well
absolutely. Now this award, can I tell you, the interesting thing about this award is it's only been given out 5 times. Yeah, yes.
In all 4 seasons.
In all 4 seasons, across all divisions, it's only been given out 5 times. So there's literally only been 5 teams, and of course I'm not talking about repeat wins, right? I'm talking about teams now specifically. So there's only been 5 teams in all 4 the seasons, in all the games that have been played, which, just for interest sake, guys, is just over 1,000 games at the moment. For Battlefield specifically across 4 seasons, it's only been given to 5 teams. So it is quite a nice achievement to be able to put onto your team page, right?
Very, very well done.
Nice. So, Sika, before we move on to the divisional awards, what's happening in the chat over
there? Just obviously a whole bunch of congratulations and good achievements and that sort of.
Yep, is that it?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
I thought we would have comments, but okay.
Well, those are the comments.
Excellent. Right, guys, so it's that time of the award show that we go over into the divisional winners and announcing who those divisional winners are officially. And the first one up, of course, is Division 3. And for Division 3, in Season 4, we congratulate Dark, who are the champions for Season 4 in Division 3. And you can see their award there up on the screen. It is the new Battlefield Clan Wars Battlefield 5 award. So you will see it looks completely different to the, well, not completely different, but it looks different to the Season 1 to 3. Of course, Season 1 to 3 was on Battlefield 1, and now Season 4 is on Battlefield 5. So that award, the award there does reflect that as well. And congratulations to Dark. These guys played hell of a games. But especially in the final against Rex, I mean, it was a hectic match, right?
Yeah, no, that one was touch and go. It was heart wrenching.
Now, I mean, obviously, it's also significant because Dark is also a new team that has joined Clan Wars here in Season 4. So we hope to see Dark next season because they will, of course, be one of the teams that relegate up in divisions, right? So they will relegate to the division above them, which will then be Division 2. And but for now, congratulations to them for being the absolute champions in Season 4 for Division 3.
Very well done to Doc, and of course, well done to Rex for getting into that final as well. But sure.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. That sums it up. Sure.
Yeah, sure.
Brilliant. Moving on.
The Springbok, yeah, also saying he's looking forward to seeing what they do in a higher division.
Yes, yes, even me. Because look, I think, actually, I do think both, Dark and Rex actually, they might need to be in a slightly higher division, and they certainly showed it this season. So even me, I'm looking forward to seeing what they are capable of in a higher division, right?
Yeah.
Right. Then moving on to Division Two, and we congratulate CTK. And this is, of course, this is Kakpraat, right?
Uh, let me double check on that, but yes,
This is
Kakmark
Kakmark.
in
Yes,
Division 2.
these guys with their names. Very creative. I love it. I love it. But congratulations to CTK, yeah, the Division 2 team. They did come out on top as the champions for Season 4 Division 2. And can I tell you that CTK is one of those teams that have been with us for like ever. And these guys are really, really, nice supporters, and they're good to have around, and they're a good laugh, and they're good sports as well. And they have been previous recipients of the Candor Award also. So a bunch of nice guys, and played really, really hard this season. It was themselves and of course PDT in the final. And also again, well done to PDT for making the final. But at the end, CTK took it in terms of availability and being there and playing, and all sorts of things. They're a really, really good team, bunch of great guys, and congratulations to CTK, who are the champions for Season 4 Division 2.
Yep, definitely.
Absolutely. And now on to the big dogs. This is the guys who you don't want to see in pubs, right? Well, actually, to be honest, there's a lot of.
Effort on your team.
No, can I be honest with you? There's even Division 2 and Division 3 teams that I don't want to see in pubs, right? But these are the guys I try and avoid in pubs.
It's like, oh damn, I disconnected.
Absolutely, and this is of course the Division 1 teams, and as you can see there on your screen, congratulations to AOV for being the ultimate champions, and they are champions for Season 4 and for Division 1. So, of course, they have got the new logo there, which we also have on there. If you remember the old logo from back in the day, Season 1, and throughout the history, it used to be a little black and red one, and of course, they've now recently swapped over to this new logo, which I actually quite like. I think it's quite nice, and these guys played a hell of a game, right? And they, of course, in the final faced the Monkeys.
Final, though.
I know. And you know what? On that first map, right? And I said it in game as well when they played. That first map was so close. Right up until like 30 seconds before the end, it was almost impossible to call who was going to win that first map between AOV and the Monkeys, right? And right there at the end of the first map, the AOV got a break there, and they scored some extra points, and of course they ended up winning the match as well. But congratulations also to the Monkeys for making the final there. But in the end, there can be only one champion, and for Season 4, those champions are, of course, AOV. So congratulations to AOV, and well done.
Well done to both teams from their final. I nearly had a heart attack in that first
Yes,
map,
absolutely.
but yeah,
Absolutely.
well done.
Absolutely. There we go. So, guys, that is the divisional awards. Now, we are not done, even though that is the pretty big announcement. There's something extra that we did this season, right, Seeker? Something that we wanted to do specifically. Now, guys, before I hand it over to Seeker, and I'm going to steal a little bit of your thunder, Seeker, but as you guys know, from Season 1 right up to Season 3, there's something called the Battlefield Hall of Fame that was undertaken by Clan Wars, and periodically we've added players to the Hall of Fame for things that they've done, either contribution towards the community, or an outstanding record, or this or that, or whatever may be the case. And Sika came up with a great plan here in Season 4, and I will let her tell you guys all about it.
Right, so at the end of Season 4, we asked each of the teams to nominate their MVP for the season. And of course, these players, I will read you their motivation as to why they are actually being inducted into the Hall of Fame, because each clan leader was asked to please sort of give us a little background as to
Mhm.
why. But yeah, I mean, some great names
Can
coming up
I
there. We've seen these
can I pull it
people.
up on the screen yet?
Oh yeah, sure,
Right.
go ahead.
So there we go, guys. The names are up.
All right, so I'm gonna obviously it is split up into the divisions just to make it
Mhm.
easier for me to read it out. But you know, they're all going to be inducted equally anyway. It's just for ease of access, I guess, for the stream. Right, so the top there we've got Ripper Jack from AOV, and his motivation is always available to play and motivate the team throughout the season positively. So well done there to Ripper Jack. The next one is Maggot Brain from MSMK. Attended every practice and played every game. If all players could be this dedicated, we would be unstoppable. I think that's that's coming for you there.
That's a nice compliment, actually.
It is. The next one is Rudog6969 from DOW. Uh, Committed, followed by sensational performance on and off the field, all round better player. No better player you could ask for.
Nice.
Right. The next one, though, DPS. Unfortunately, we were not supplied with an MVP for DPS this season. It was obviously optional for clans to submit one or not. So, unfortunately, we didn't get one there. The next one is Lucky Luca from GSE. Sorry,
You see, there
I'm
you
pulling a
made
Yaku
my
there and calling
mistake.
them GSG.
Nice.
All
Right.
right, this one is short and sweet, although all it says is he's a god.
Well, I mean, that's a description, isn't it?
That's a pretty good description there.
Absolutely.
All right, so the next section there would be Sphere ZA from CTK Cockmark, an ever present and the only cool, calm, and collected player in the lineup. Spheres has consistently improved over the last 2 seasons and is the first name on my team sheet. I
Nice.
think that's quite
It
a nice
is.
little
It
little
is. I
write up
think so
there.
as well.
Right, then we have Chaos Artist from PDT. All round good performance and support of team management. Always a good person to have, I suppose, in your.
Yes, I agree.
Uh, yeah. The next one is Kronos from Raw. He is always willing to play matches and work on planning strats. He was also helping with team games and times and did bring hard play. And for DOW2, we have Cappy Braden. Oh, that is actually, I don't think that's right. Yes, Cappy Braden. Solid performance in every game, most consistent player, and great ambassador and gentleman of the game.
Nice.
Then we
Can I just
have,
say I always like it when people are called a gentleman of the game, right? I like
yeah,
that. I like
that is
that
a nice.
sentiment. Yep. Sorry, I
Yeah,
interrupted you. Next.
no problem. So the next one is from 4Q Mate. That would be the 4Q Mate first team. It's Hoopsie Doo. First comp and held his own very well. Always a nice little thing to get that for the first time you play for a team
And can I
as well.
tell you, if you play for the first time and you get accepted to the Battlefield Hall of Fame, that's pretty good.
It's pretty good. It's a good endorsement from your team
Absolutely.
captains there. And we have Frotten Foods from Dark, which makes me giggle every time I see that name. Um, Always clutching up when the moment calls for it, or from falling back to holding spawns to absolutely smashing a 1v4 to keep the flag. Especially since Dark is the champions of that division, I think a fantastic endorsement from his team captain. And we have Jacques 199 from Rex, showed absolute grit in the positions he took up, which made a huge difference in our defense and allowed the rest of the team to attack confidently. Also showed true character.
Nice.
And we have Barry 2405 from CTK Kakprat, most improved. That's a very nice compliment,
Hmm.
actually. And we have Migs Butt from 4Q2, which is the 4Q Mate second team. Most overall improvement and commitment to the team. And last but not least, we have Clint G22 from PDT Silver. Because even though he had all these medical problems, he showed up for every match and practice.
And I think that's a big compliment there to Clint as well, right? Absolutely.
I mean, of course, Clint is the player that we spoke about a little bit earlier, and that's the backer buddy that we were talking about. And again, we'll chat about it briefly at the end of the stream and just give you that link again. But it is on the Battlefield PS4 Facebook page, Battlefield South Africa PS4 Facebook page. So if you want to read up on that, the backer buddy is there, and the whole story is on there as well.
Great. And then I see Awesome Licia in the chat saying, "What about the gentle lady of the game?" You know what, Leash, you're right. I like gentlemen of the game, but gentle ladies are pretty good as well.
Ichi Mac, you can be my gentle lady of the game.
Absolutely.
See?
Guys, if you have joined us for the stream, thank you very much for joining. What we were busy giving out here, or what we've just finished giving out, is of course the individual player nominations, and these nominations came from the captains individually, and those players will now be accepted into the Battlefield Hall of Fame, which is a special little thing that Clan Wars is running for players who have changed the game, or has influenced the game, or influenced their teams. And not a lot of players in here, considering that we've hosted well over 1,500 players throughout the 4 seasons. There's probably about 30 players in the Battlefield Hall of Fame at the moment, and that will of course be updated on the website as well, and you guys can go and view it over there. Now, of course, all these awards will be updated on the team pages, so everybody who's received an award tonight will get it onto the individual team pages as well, and of course you can track those teams and their awards. There we go, Seeker. So are we going to quickly talk about Backer Buddies again before we close off the show and talk about Season 5?
Yes.
Right.
I'm sure a lot of people are hanging on just to
Yes,
hear about
we
that.
of course are going to talk about Season 5, but let's talk about something important very quickly, and that we did mention it in the beginning of the stream, and what you see up there on your screen now is a post that was done by Rox earlier in the week, and this was in setting up a Backer Buddy page for Clint, and we're trying to sort of also assist and help, and Seeker will be posting the link in the chat as well. Guys, go and read that story, see what it's about. You can see the post there, and the Backer Buddy link page is also there. Have a look at it, and if you can support, of course, that's highly appreciated. From the NPC side, we will be supporting this cause as well, and hopefully there's some people out there. And as Seeker said earlier in the stream, from her side, she's challenging clans to actually, as a clan, participate in this, because you said that Evil will be doing this, right?
Evil will be doing it. We don't have a fixed amount as yet, but we do challenge other teams as well to get together and try and support a fellow player, a fellow community member. Obviously support PDT as a clan as well in this initiative, but also just as human being.
There we go. So now let's talk about what a few people have been waiting for, which is Season 5. Dun, dun, dun. And
actually, technically, I think it's Season V.
Well, that's exactly what it is, right? It will be Season V. So, guys, we are, as you guys know, originally we didn't know whether we were doing Season 4 or not. We were waiting for some stuff to happen, some game readiness, servers, some issues that needed to be sorted out. But then eventually we decided that, you know what, it's now or never, and we are going to try and run us a good season. And we did run Season 4, and hopefully everybody enjoyed that. And of course, by the looks of the award tonight, there are certainly people who deserve it. And as we said in the beginning of the year, the idea for us is to run at a bare minimum 2 seasons a year, one in the summer season and one in the winter season. And of course, our summer season was now Season 4, and Season 5 will be our winter event. And then depending on how it goes, potentially we might squeeze in a little something before the end of the year. A little something before the end of the year. But for now, Season 5 will be our winter season event. And we are indeed already looking at what that is going to look like, and potentially what what we are going to do there. What we can confirm, there's not all the detail is not available as yet, and as you guys know, always we try and keep you as updated as we can. So watch the social media pages, watch Facebook, that sort of stuff for information as it becomes available. But of course, what we do know for now is that it will be a Premier League event, so it will be a 12v12, right?
Yeah, I
It's
think it's
time
time.
that we do a 12v12, and what I can also give away for now is that there will definitely be work for both the tankers and the pilots. So we are
Yes.
absolutely looking forward to doing season 5 again. The detail on exactly when things will kick off for season 5 not available as yet. Please allow us an opportunity to also take a break and finish off some stuff that we are busy with. And as you guys have heard earlier, we will not be running a two different comps on two different games at the same time like we did this season. We don't think it's fair to any one of the sides. So of course allow us to do that, and allow us the time to also plan properly for season 5. But we are indeed already doing some planning on it and looking very, very much forward to what season 5 will bring. Yeah,
For
for
definites.
definites. That's a good way to put it. But guys, there we go. 10 weeks of absolute fun, and it all got us to tonight, which was the reward show. And well done and well deserved to every single award that was given out to every single individual team. We absolutely enjoy doing this each and every single time, and we have great fun. And really, all that we want is that the community has the same amount of fun with us. It was really, really great. Seeker, what is your closing arguments on season 4?
So I just want to say again, thank you very much to the League Masters for all the commitment and the effort and the long nights planning and making sure everything's updated. And of course, to all the teams that took part, fantastic show of community by having 15 of the 16 teams at the end. You guys played exceptionally well. I can't wait to see some of the teams move up in the coming season. And of course, all the players. I mean, you guys are amazing. You battled some rough stuff, and we are in absolute awe of the community spirit. And of course, thank you to Yaku for his awesome videos and graphics and all of that we get to see on these streams, especially.
And you know, of course, what has happened, right? Because I'm sure you're watching the stream. So earlier tonight, myself and Sika were having a discussion, and we said, look, tonight is about awards, and we don't really want to talk about relegation unless it comes up in the stream chat. And of
Yeah.
course it has. So guys, yes, let's talk about relegation very quickly. First of all, Sika, thank you very much for that very nice closing. You are probably going to have to say one or two more extra words before we close, but for now, let's talk about relegation very quickly. So guys, in normal situations, and in this situation as well, of course, the idea is with relegation is at the end of every season, it is determined whether teams will move up or down. For Battlefield Season 4, the relegation was 2 up, 2 down. So the top 2 teams in a division will move up to the division above them, and the bottom 2 teams will move down to the division below them, and that will work across the existing 3 divisions, so Division 1, 2 and 3. But what sometimes happens is that, and actually not sometimes, it very often happens that, let's say for example we get to season 5, there's a bunch of new teams that come in, right? So relegation only applies to really seeding the teams within the next season, because sometimes we have things like challenge week, or we have playoffs for positioning, or whatever may be the case. So of course for the initial seeding, the relegation will apply, and then depending on how many teams enter for season 5, which I'm hoping will be more than season 4, there might be some playoffs or a challenge week or whatever may be the case. But I mean, we'll really only know once we get to season 5, and again, not all that information is available at this point. Yeah.
It would work 100% perfectly if exactly the same teams who took part in season four take part in season five. But we know that doesn't always happen. Sometimes we have can't commit then to the next season, or we have teams who come on board, from previous seasons that skipped out on season. So, it is difficult for us to say right now what exactly will happen, until we know exactly who is taking part in season
Absolutely,
five.
absolutely. There we go. Sika, anything else that you want to mention before I close us off for tonight for season four?
No, I think, obviously to everyone in the chat who joined us, thank you very much for the support. And yeah, we are going to be doing amazing things in the seasons to come and events to come. And yeah, I mean, stay tuned. If you are not on the pages, go onto the Battlefield PS4 South Africa Facebook page, the Clan Wars Facebook page, or Battle Bros ZA Facebook pages. And actually, that's where we'll announce things as they come up and all that kind
Yep,
of stuff. That's me.
absolutely. Great stuff. Sika, from my side, thank you very much to you as well. I know you said thank you to me earlier, but thank you to you. There's a lot of work involved, right? So besides the work that the League Masters do, I mean, from my perspective, I mean, you're always there chatting in the groups and doing all sorts of things. So thank you very much from my side to you for all your hard work as well. Of course, there's no way that I or anybody else, for that matter of fact, can do this by themselves. You need some people to help you, and some people who understand and who have the same amount of passion as you do. And of course, I never doubt your passion. So thank you very much for that. To the teams that
Always a pleasure.
there we go. To the teams that participated, guys, again from my side, thank you very much. It's been an absolutely lovely season. I've had a lot of fun, and we are really looking forward to what the planning will look like for season 5, and we hope to see the same and even more teams during season 5. And again, to the guys that received awards tonight, each and every one well deserved, and we're quite happy that we could give it out. And it's been a hell of a fun ride over the last 10 weeks. And with that, we close off on season 4, and I bear to say another successful and absolutely enjoyable season. And we hope, of course, that the community enjoyed it with us as well. And as always, we will do everything that we can to make every season as fun or more fun than the previous season. Excellent. But guys, I think that's what we had from our side for tonight. We hope you enjoyed the award show with us, and of course we are looking forward to what happens next. But from my side, I'm Yakusau for Battle Bros. See you on the battlefield.